Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
What's up, LumioseStation, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokémon DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. In last week's episode, we covered Sork, a fighting type from the Unova region, and this week we're covering a Mega Evolution. As you can tell by the title, or the thumbnail, or just generally by the video, we are covering Medicham this week. So, that's that, but next week we need to cover another Pokemon, and what Pokemon are we going to cover? Well, you guys are going to choose. We have a choice of two Pokemon here. We have Milotic and Walrein, both water types from the home region that people thought might get Megas, but have not been confirmed for Megas yet. They may in the future, but they haven't yet. So we have Milotic, pure water type, we have Walrein, a water ice type. Comment down below with either Milotic or Walrein, depending on which one you want to see, and the one that gets the most votes in the comment section will be covered next week in episode 46 of the Pokemon DataDex. But for now, guys, I guess we should get on to covering Medicham, shouldn't we? So, Medicham is a fighting psychic type Pokemon. It's the Meditate Pokemon and is number 308 in the National Pokedex, being introduced in Generation 3, and also features in the Central Kalos Pokedex as number 144. Medicham stands at 4 foot 3 inches or 1.4 meters tall and weighs 69.4 pounds or 31.5 kilograms. It's in the human-like egg group, and the male-female split is equal 50-50. Medicham evolves from Meditite, which happens at level 37 or higher, so it's a fairly high evolving Pokemon, to be honest. You're going to have to train your Meditite for a while, but it's not too high. Taking a quick look at Medicham's base stats, here we can see health points, attack and special attack are all 60, both its defense is 75 and its speed is 80, so really it has very varied stats and very low stats, if I'm totally honest. None of those sort of grab me as high. The speed is the highest stat there, it's not even its physical attack. However, there are some things, as we'll look at in a minute, that do boost up some of its stats and actually make it more usable. But looking at the stats right now, its defenses aren't too bad, but really, they're nothing to shout about, and neither is the attack either. So, Medicham's typing, which is fighting psychic, actually it results in very few weaknesses and very few resistances, to be honest. It's resistant to only two types, which are fighting and rock. Obviously, psychic resists fighting and the fighting type resists rock. The rest cancel out. And it's weak to three types, which are flying, ghost and fairy. Obviously, fighting is weak to flying, psychic is weak to ghost, and then fighting is weak to fairy as well. Before Generation 6, obviously there was no fairy type, so it was only weak to two types and resisting two types, but now obviously fairy type is here, so we have to deal with that as well. And as you might expect, it takes neutral from the rest of the types. So generally, it doesn't have a brilliant typing. I generally say this, if they only resist a few types, it's not a brilliant typing, because even though they're not weak to a huge amount of types, they're still going to be taking neutral damage from a lot of types, which means, really, if you guys get what I mean, it's still going to be taking a lot of damage. You can't really switch it on much, to be honest, and that's one of the big problems Medicham actually has. So, then looking at Medicham's abilities, it only has one basic ability, which is Pure Power, which boosts the Pokemon's attack stat, which is the same as Huge Power, which doubles the attack stat. So basically, your attack is 60, but it doubles to 120. So really, it's a really good ability, to be honest. Its hidden ability is Telepathy, which anticipates an ally's attack and dodges it, which is completely useless unless you're possibly looking at doubles and triples, and even then it's not very good. So Pure Power is the only way to go with Medicham, really, guys. Do not run a Telepathy. If you run a Telepathy Medicham, I will just leave. I'll be gone. I will not speak to you if you run Telepathy Medicham. I don't know. Anyway, so Pure Power Medicham is the way to go. It doubles its attack stat, which is really, really effective, to 120, which makes its highest stat. So then, looking at its stats again with 120 in attack, it looks a bit better, actually. It looks a bit better. Then, if we look at the highlighted moves Medicham could possibly use, there's a lot of egg moves here. There is a lot of egg moves, so if you want to be using Medicham, get your breeding on. Get your breeding on. The first move we have is level 32, which is High Jump Kick, a very powerful fighting type move. However, if you miss it, you take some damage. So that's the only reason I don't particularly like High Jump Kick, and there will be an alternative fighting type move in a minute. Then it can learn several TMs, but the one TM we're interested in is TM80 Rock Slide, which is a powerful rock type move. It gives you a bit more coverage, especially against those pesky flying types, which obviously won't, you're not going to favour them too much if they hit you with a Hurricane or something like that. Then, one move via heart scale or like level 0 sort of thing, which is Zen Headbutt. Powerful psychic type move. I think it's pretty high power. However, it does have like 90 accuracy thing. So again, there's gonna be an alternative for the psychic type move a bit later on with 100% accuracy. Then, if we look at all these egg moves we have here, there are quite a few. First up, we have Bullet Punch, Steel type move that gives you priority, which is the reason you might want to run it. You know, a nice priority move that isn't usually too bad. A special, Medicham has fairly high speed, but it's not amazing, so, you know, Bullet Punch is going to come helpful. Then we have your alternative to High Jump Kick, which is Drain Punch, a powerful move there. Obviously, it's going to help you heal up some health points as well, so it is actually half decent, if we're honest. Then another egg move we have is Fake Out, another priority move, only works on the first turn that you are actually in battle though, but it can actually be useful. Obviously it makes them flinch as well, so you've got guaranteed sort of one turn in battle, and obviously pure power doubling your attack stat, that Fake Out is going to hurt unless they're resisting it. Then we have Fire Punch, nice and coverage there, coverage against, I don't know, steel types. I mean, you got coverage against steel types already, guys. But you guys are going to get grass types, you're going to get covered. In terms of what you're weak to Flying, Ghost, Fairy. Your Rock Slide is going to cover the Flying. Ghost and Fairy, it doesn't have much against though, which is a problem, but you know, it's what you go from. It's just what happens, guys. It's just what happens. Another coverage move after that is Ice Punch, so the punches are coming through now, guys. Again, pretty much same as Fire Punch, except it's an Ice type move instead. So yeah, I can't really, there's not much more to say about that. Then we have your alternative to Zen Headbutt, which is Psycho Cut. Slightly less power than Zen Headbutt, but it does have 100% accuracy, so that is the thing to watch out for there. If you want to be reliable, go for Psycho Cut. Then finally we have another punch, which is Thunder Punch. Again, more coverage. This is going to hit flying types, so it's certainly a good one there. As I said though, Ghost and Fairy, you don't really have much to cover them, unfortunately. So those are the highlighted moves, and now if we move on to looking at how Mega Medicham performs and what changes there are when it Mega Evolves. So it keeps the same typing, still a fighting psychic type for Mega Medicham. Its dimensions are the same as well, still 4'3" and 1.3 meters, or 4.3 or 1.3 meters, and 69.4 kilograms or 31.5. 69.4 pounds or 31.5 kilograms. I'm sorry guys, I'm British, I'm used to working kilograms. Then, the Medichamite can be found by the Lever City Well, which requires your upgraded Mega Ring and for it to be between 8 PM and 9 PM, guys. I'm sure you guys know about how to find all the Mega Stones by now, but that's what you're going to have to do. Ability is Pure Power, so it carries across its basic ability there, so that's very good, and obviously it gives you double attack there. We'll look at how that affects it once we look at the base stats, which we shall look at now. You can see health points are staying the same at 60, its defense have both been boosted by 10 to go to 85, and its attack has been boosted by 20 to go to 100. Its special attack has gotten a little boost as well. Its attack has been boosted by 40, sorry, I can't do maths apparently. Its special attack has been boosted by 20 to go to 80, and its speed has also been boosted by 20 to go to 80 as well, to go to 100 rather as well. So generally, that's a good attack boost and a good boost actually. Its attack, now obviously being pure powered, goes to 200, so it's really quite high. It's really quite high, guys. And its speed is obviously pretty good as well, and defenses aren't too bad. Special attack, which is irrelevant because we're not going to be using that, so we'll just ignore that there. But that is Mega Medicham and the boosts you get when you Mega Evolve there. So let's go and look at the Wi-Fi setups. I'm going to have two basic Medicham setups, and then we're looking at two basic Medicham setups, and then one Mega Medicham setup, because really Mega Medicham is only got, it's not very, you can't really use it in any roles. It's sort of one basic role, pretty much. So, looking at this first set for a normal Medicham, we have moveset is Drain Punch, Psycho Cut or Zen Headbutt, and we have Ice Punch or Rock Slide, and then Bullet Punch or Fire Punch. Ability has Pure Power, as I said, please don't run telepathy, I'll cry. Nature is Jolly or Adamant, held items are Choice Band or a Choice Scarf, and the EVs are Maximum Attack and Speed, and then the rest in Health Points. So, as I said, Drain Punch is your main move. I haven't put hit High Jump Kick here because you don't want to choice yourself into High Jump Kick, because then you don't really have any other options. You could miss it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say there. I don't like it, but you could run it if you really wanted to. Then we have the choice of Psycho Cut or Zen Headbutt. I recommend Psycho Cut, but Zen Headbutt is a bit more power, so really it's up to you there. Ice Punch or Rock Slide, really, once you've got your Fighting type stab and your Psychic type stab for Medicham, you can move the last two moves around however you want. You can have Ice Punch and Rock Slide, you can have Ice Punch and Bullet Punch, you can have Fire Punch and Thunder Punch. Really, it's whatever coverage you want. So look at the rest of your team and see what you have coverage against with their moves, and then fill in the gaps, pretty much. I've put Ice Punch or Rock Slide here to cover flying types. You could run Thunder Punch as well. And then we've got Bullet Punch or Fire Punch. Bullet Punch for the priority is always nice. Fire Punch, though, is just a bit more coverage as well after that. Ability, I'm not even going to talk about that, as I said. Nature is Jolly or Adamant. If you want some extra speed, go Jolly. If you want all the power, though, go Adamant. Held item, Choice Band or Choice Scarf. Really, it's up to you. If you want all the power, go Choice Band. If you want the speed, go Choice Scarf. You could run a Jolly Choice Scarf, which is going to give you all the speed, or you could run an Adamant Choice Band, which is going to give you so much power, but you could mix them up by having Jolly Choice, or you could have Jolly Choice Band, or you can have Adamant Choice Scarf. You can switch them around, guys, as much as you want, as much as you can the last 2 moves in the moveset. EVs, maximum attack and speed, are just going to give you the maximum attack and the maximum speed you can, and rest and health points is basically just going to give you a bit more bulk. That's pretty much it. But in terms of how to use this set, really it's a case of coming in, choosing the best move, and then switching out if you need to. It's a choice set. What I always say for choice sets is, it's that, use a move, switch out if you need to, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So, let's move on to the second set for Medicham, which is going to be a Life Orb set. So, moveset is Drain Punch again, Psycho Cut or Zen Headbutt, then we have Bullet Punch, and then finally Ice Punch or Fire Punch. Ability is Pure Power because Nature is Jolly or Adamant, and the held item is a Life Orb. EVs are similar to last time, maximum attack and speed, and the rest in health points. So the reason I'm definitely recommending Drain Punch here is because Life Orb is going to give you some recoil damage, so Drain Punch is going to help you restore that, so that's why I'm sort of recommending it there best. Then we have Psycho Cut Headbutt, again it's a choice of whether you want the accuracy or the power, who knows. Bullet Punch is your priority move there. As I said just now, the last 2 moves, it's whatever. You could have Bullet Punch and Rock Slide, you can have Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, it's whatever guys. Just mix it around and see what combinations work best for you. Ability, Pure Power, obviously. Nature, Jolly or Adamant, depends whether you want the speed or the power. Again, as I said, held item Life Orb, going to give you a boost, but obviously then health point recoil damage is a thing, so hopefully Drain Punch can help you restore that. And then EVs, maximum attack and speed for the highest attack and the highest speed you can get, and the rest in health points, just purely for a bit more bulk. So, how do you use a Life Orb set? You switch in, you use the best move, you play it safe, hopefully, you use Drain Punch if you need to, I guess, and then you switch out when it gets scary. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much the same for most battles. No real strategy on how to use this set here. It's really just a full-out power set. That's what Medicham is. Switch in, get the power off, and then switch out again. That's pretty much it. So, that's it for that set. Let's move on to the Mega Medicham set. So, what have we got? We got moveset, we have High Jump Kick or Drain Punch, Psycho Cut or Zen Headbutt, Fire Punch or Ice Punch, and then Fake Out or Bullet Punch. Ability, Pure Power, because that's what you want anyway, and obviously when you Mega Evolve, it's going to stay Pure Power. Nature is Jolly or Adamant, because that's, again, the same as the rest of the time we've been doing. And then held item is obviously a Medichamite for that Mega Medicham. EVs, we got maximum attack and speed as before, but this time we have Rest in Defense, just to make it slightly more physically defensive than special, because why not? You could put Rest in Special Defense if you really wanted to there, guys, but I'm assuming most of the time you're going to be wanting to use this Pokemon against physical attackers, because they tend to have higher physical defense, which obviously then, I don't know where I'm going with this really, but you guys, Rest in Defense or Rest in Special Defense, or Rest in Health Points, guys. I'm just focusing on defense there to make it slightly more physically defensive, so it can take physical hits more than it would be able to if you just spread it across the health points, I guess. So, High Jump Kick or Drain Punch is your choice whether you want to risk a High Jump Kick. I would recommend Drain Punch there, but obviously Drain Punch is a breeding move, so if you haven't got that way of breeding, you could always put a High Jump Kick there, or you would then put a High Jump Kick there. Psycho Cut Headbutt, again, it's a choice of power or accuracy, up to you. And then the last 2 moves, again, pretty much it's a choice of one of your move you want. I would recommend at least one priority move though, either Fake Out or Bullet Punch. Fake Out is good because obviously then you can switch in, get a lot, or not a lot of damage, but a decent amount of damage off with a Fake Out, and obviously have a free turn to do whatever you want there. And obviously get your, then the next turn after you get your speed boost. That's sort of a good thing, because if you guys remember rightly, when you Mega Evolve, the turn on which you Mega Evolve, you don't get the speed boost from Mega Evolving, so it's still going to have base 80 speed for the first turn. So if you use Fake Out then, you got the first turn, your speed then rises, and then you got you have the speed boost for the next turn. Whereas if you didn't, the opposing Pokemon might be faster than you before you get that speed boost, and then it's going to be able to wipe you before you can get a chance to attack, pretty much. So really, it depends. Then Pure Power ability, it's obvious there. Nature again, Jolly Adamant, it's whether you want speed or whether you want power most. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. Held items are given. EVs I've spoken about already. How to use Mega Medicham? Mega Medicham, the problem with Mega Medicham is, or the problem with Medicham in general, is it's hard to switch in. It doesn't resist much. It's very frail. So I would recommend maybe trying to switch in, or switch it in to Mega when you have a safe one. So, say one of your Pokemon just fainted, and you can switch whoever you want in. I'd recommend trying to get in Medicham in that way, rather than trying to switch in on an attack, because that will most likely not work out in your favour, and do Medicham more harm than good. But that is pretty much it for that set, guys. It's really, yeah, it's very simple to use, to be honest. It's really just getting the knack of switching in is really how it, got to work Mega Medicham. But guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the Pokemon DataDex. As I said at the start, please vote for either Milotic or Walrein down below in the comment section. Tell me which one you want to see in the next episode of the Pokemon DataDex, and I guess I'll be covering that next week, guys. So, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be seeing you next time. Goodbye, my friend.